254 young learners from 25 schools right across South Africa are participating in the Safer South Africa Foundation's National Debate and Leadership Program, representing 9 provinces. These are grade 8 to 11 students from communities that are grappling with poverty, unemployment, as well as high crime rates, will then sharpen their leadership, critical thinking, as well as communication skills through competitive debate. And the initiative aims to empower these youth with the necessary tools to build safer futures. And to tell us more about this, let's try once again to welcome Safer SA Foundation CEO Riah. Phiyega, it's a great pleasure to have you with us on the show. So briefly tell us firstly about the Safer SA Foundation, as well as its intended purpose in trying to fight crime, specifically on those crime-ridden communities.
Thank you very much for inviting us to your show and to talk about the work that we do as a foundation. Our very first port of call is that no child is born a criminal, but somewhere in their growing up, in their socialization, they get inducted into criminal behavior, criminal conduct. And we believe that as upright and straight-thinking South Africans, if there are people who can be successful in inducting into criminogenic behavior, these straight-thinking citizens can also play in that space by teaching them good values and ensuring that the choices they have on their table are vast and wide, and allows them to make good choices about their future and their lives. So the work that we do as Safer South Africa Foundation is aimed at creating, through education and awareness, that type of education and awareness for the young ones, to invite them to choose well for their lives. Secondly, to invite them to be partners in crime prevention initiatives as youths, to invite them to be ambassadors who are able to influence our own peers at school, in the communities they live in, and generally in society. Absolutely. We do not do it alone as Safer South Africa Foundation. We work with several partners. Firstly, the Department of Basic Education, the South African Police Services, the traffic authorities, the National Prosecuting Authority, the Department of Justice through their magistrates, the Correctional Service, the Banking Association of South Africa, as well as the Human Rights Commission. All these partners that I've mentioned are the people who actually do the teaching and the awareness of these learners in various schools. We also create opportunities where they are able to spend a day in court, to, for instance, experience a juvenile court at work or a court case at work, to realize that we do not want to be part of this. We can choose differently. They also have an excursion that they take to spend a day in a correction center, again, as they normally call it, so that they realize that this is a place not to be in. We can choose differently. We don't have to be here. And they would have young ones that are already incarcerated, talking to them, motivating them to say, do not choose this way. All right. You have somebody who's advising, choose differently, go tell others, yeah.
Absolutely.
So after that, they do essays, and we choose the best performing essays, yeah.
All right. I mean, maybe let's expand on that. We understand this initiative is currently in its 5th year now, but let's talk about how such initiatives can actually, that are actually community study-based, actually assist in combating the multitude of challenges that are faced by these poor members of our society, where resources are very few and far in between, and the chances for success are at best low to minimum, and government also struggles to implement these necessary actions for any change. You spoke about the collaboration between yourselves as well as the other very key sectors that are needed to assist in combating crime.
That participation and that partnership is very crucial. And I want to say, you know, fighting crime can never be the job of the criminal, the security class alone. It requires all of us to have our hands on board. Communities, civil society and all that. That's what we are doing. We work hand in glove with each other, each one of us contributing whatever capacity they bring on board. So this is what assists us be able to do what we are doing. Otherwise, alone, we would not be able to do it. So when, they say take a village to raise a child, this is exactly what we are doing. We are villagers coming from the various environments, and we do what we are doing. So this program, for instance, they would participate in it the previous year. We would select some of the learners who would have participated. For instance, the 240 that we are talking about comes from the 3,000 learners that participated in the previous year. Now, this year, they are participating in this debate. We are deepening the conversation. They are participating in the debate. And they're debating issues and inputs in terms of how crime can be pushed back. So through this debate, we are then getting them to participate further in this program. And the top 54 that you are talking about are coming from the 300 that have been selected. Yes.
All right. A great initiative indeed. Best of luck with it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end our interview here due to the unstable connection there. But we appreciate you talking to us today. That is Riah, the Safer SA Foundation CEO, on the Young Leaders Debate for Safer Futures.